Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Beautiful day here in the Ozarks. And I wanted to do a quick little video and talk to you about some new baits and lures that I'm going to try this season, this upcoming 2020-2021 season, and kind of again how I go about doing that. So let's get into it. So as you all know, I keep a pretty detailed spreadsheet of my sets and what bait and lures I put in them and all kinds of other things as well. And I've done another video on that. So what I do is I go back and I look at that spreadsheet at the end of the season and I evaluate what's working, what's not working. And I take all the factors into play. You know, am I hitting this particular property early in the year versus late in the year? What's the weather like? And all the other stuff that goes into play, so I can really try to, hone in on what I think is working as far as baits and lures goes, what isn't working possibly, and in some respect, whether or not it even matters that much. So, but one thing that I do like to do is every year I like to try a new few baits and a new few lures, and the reason I like to do that is I never want to go and do the same lure back to back at the same place. Some of you might think, yeah, but Dan, that works, you know what you're getting the animals in, and that's fine. If it works for you, I say keep on doing it, because there's 100 different ways to trap. What I like to do is I like to just keep the animals guessing, keep them curious, keep them something new, not show them the same scents year after year after year. I'm fairly convinced that if you do that year after year after year after year, that can, maybe get some animals to be a little bit more skittish, and especially, we're talking about coyotes at this point. Maybe you had a trap that missed the coyote, or he got spooked at the set, or whatever happened, and now he associates that smell from that set with danger. And we know that happens in certain things from studies that the government has done and other stuff. There's studies out west where coyote mothers would literally teach their pups to stay away from certain things that they knew to be dangerous. So we know that can happen. So my feeling is just kind of why do that. There's so many good baits and lures out there on the market that it's pretty easy to just keep rotating them and give them something new, and then every 3 or 4 years, start over again and keep hitting them back again. I think the key is just not to give them the same thing every year. So, a couple of things that I'm trying this year. I'm trying a bait from Katz Brothers. I've never tried one of these before. This one is called Kellen's Gold Label Coyote Bait. Don't know much about it. Thought it'd be something worth trying. I've never used a Katz Brothers bait before, so I thought I would try it. And just see if it works, really. And then I got some Hiawatha Valley here. Of all the baits that I've used over the years, this is probably my favorite. I seem to do best with this, and so I got some more of it. I do have some left over from last year, but I got some more. And then I got a little Death Coyote Gland Lure from Dunlap. I was a little low on Coyote Gland Lures, so I tried some of this. And then I've got some Miranda High Plains Predator Call. Never tried a Tom Miranda lure before, ever. So thought that would be cool. And then when I made my order from Minnesota Trapline, I ended up getting a bottle of this Yodel Dog for free. So I have that. I know it works pretty well. I've used it and caught plenty of critters in the past. So what do I have left over from last year that I'm going to be reusing again? I have a lot of stuff, actually. I have a ton of lures, but as far as bait goes, I've got Federales, and one other one from Predator Control Group. I'm trying to think. Maybe it's the Primal Paste Bait. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. I've got some Rage and some Soul Taker from Dunlap. I've got some Top Dog from Hoosier Trapper Supply. Then I have some Hiawatha Valley and some Minnesota brand Predator bait. I'm trying to think of what else I have. I think I've got some O'Gormans as well left over. So I've got like 5 or 6 different kinds of baits, and then I've got a plethora of different lures. I've got some of my favorites like Violator 7 and I've got Feline Fix. I've got 2 or 3 baits, or I'm sorry, 2 or 3 lures from Hoosier Trapper Supply. I think Finicky, Feline maybe, and Coyote Carnage, and maybe some long distance call. I've also got some some of Dunlap's call, that super duper skunky call that he has. I can't think of what the name of it is now. I've got that left over from last year. I've got several other lures from Minnesota Trapline products, and I'm trying to think what else I got left over. I got a bunch of stuff left over. So I'm in pretty good shape lure wise. Really pretty good shape bait wise with these two. When I'm choosing baits, I try to mix in some stuff that I have not used before, just give it a try. And I also really try to mix in different base baits, if that makes sense. So I might have like a bobcat base bait, you know, like I think Top Dog is bobcat based. But then I'll mix in, you know, something that's more like muskrat based. One of the baits I have from Dunlap, I don't remember if it's Soul Taker or which one it is, but it's muskrat based. And then maybe you throw in like a beaver based, or mice based, or different things that give it different types of smells. I try not to just go with just everything that's, you know, kind of Nelson formula bobcat based. Try to mix it up so that you have different types of smells in that bait to offer that predator, that coyote. So those are just some of the things that I use to make my decisions, my spreadsheet info, just basically mixing it up. And honestly, over the years, I've found that there are a lot of really good bait and lure makers out there, and a lot of them work really, really good. So I wouldn't stress too much about it. Find one that you like. Everybody's got their favorites. And then over time, I think you'll find some that you just really kind of cater down to for whatever reason. It just seems like no matter where you use it, when you use it, it just seems like it always produces. Hiawatha Valley is probably that bait for me. But that doesn't mean that I don't have plenty of others that I really like as well. So hope that works. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you guys about what you see on the trap line and how you decide what baits and lures you're going to be using, so we can share information back and forth. So talk to you later. Have a good day. Be careful out there.